Hello everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore, and today I have another fun fold to share with you. This one, I'm not even sure what it's called. It may be a double flap card, because that's kind of what it is. You just lift it up at the top here. Your sentiment is there, and then I also added one on the bottom, just because I love the sentiments in this stamp set. So you don't have to add one here, but I thought it was really cute to add one at the bottom. So this is what I'm sharing today, and I'm using some different colors because I've been using a lot of the basic, like the real red and the shaded spruce, the basic colors that are for Christmas. So I wanted to shake it up a bit, and this is Poppy Parade and Old Olive that I have together on here. I'm going to do the same card. I'm doing it opposite. I'm going to make the base Old Olive and this little flap in the front Poppy Parade, and we'll see how that works out. So let's get started. Okay, so the stamp set that I'm using today is God's Peace. I love this stamp set. I just haven't used it enough. I love the scripture that it has here, and I'm actually using almost everything I'm using on here except for the scripture, which I'm using this little image here, and it's actually a pretty good size image, and then this right here, and then these two are inside with this little garland right there. So this is what I'm using today. I'm going to change it up a bit too. I'm going to tell you what the measurements are for the pieces on the front and inside here. Let me show you first. All right, so this is the basic card bottom piece. So this is 8.5 by 4 1/4, and you're going to score this at 5.5. So you're going to have this flap right here. And then for this flap that goes on the top here, this measures 9.5 by 3.5. And that's the piece that goes here. Now for the piece to color, I've already stamped and colored it because, I know a lot of you get bored by watching the coloring, and usually I'll speed it up, but I thought for this one that I would just go ahead and color it. I'm going to stamp the sentiment on the bottom here yet, but this piece is going to be 3 by 4 1/4, but I decided to use my stitched rectangles, these right here, and I'm using this one is for the outside piece here and for the piece that's going to go inside here. And then for this little piece on the inside here, we're going to use the smaller one. So these are the two we're going to use, and it made it so much easier. It went super fast. So if you have these stitched rectangles, use those, and then it added the stitching around, which made it a little bit more fancy. But if you're going to cut them, they are 3 by 4 1/4, and then this bottom piece right here is 4 by 2 3/4. So if you're just going to cut them out and not use the rectangles. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and stamp our pieces, and I'm going to stamp the sentiment on here. Now what I did for this one is I just stamped it with Memento Black, and I did use my Stamparatus because I wanted the image to be dark enough, and I had to stamp it twice because it is a pretty good size image. It's this one right here. So I stamped it twice, and then I colored it in with my Stampin' Blends. Now I'm going to do the sentiment, which is sending love and light your way. So I'm going to just hand stamp that one, and we're going to stamp it right on the bottom here. Isn't that pretty? This is so elegant. And okay, let's move that out of the way, and we'll stamp the sentiment for the inside. And this one's May You Feel the Glow of God's Peace for Christmas. I love this one too. So we're stamping that, and that's going to be our inside. And then we're going to do the bottom piece. Love the stitching around here, by the way. It really, really dresses it up. And then we'll stamp the little poinsettia here. And I'm going to color those really quickly. I sometimes have people ask how to color with the blends, and they're so simple to color. You can do a lot of shading, or you can just, like on this one's the dark Poppy Parade, and I'm just going to kind of highlight some of the areas with this, and then I'm going to go over it with the light. You can outline it with this Poppy Parade, and then you can fill in the inside. You have to just play with it and see how you like it. And you can get really fancy with these. I've seen some girls get really fancy with it. I'm not really that great at it. Sometimes I can do a little shading, but I'm still working on getting better at that. But this is really, really quite simple, this one right here. And the same for the larger image that I colored. And then we're just going to use our dark Mango Melody for the center. And this is what I used for the center of the other poinsettia. So I'm just matching what I did before. And then I'm going to just use the dark Old Olive here for the little leaves right here. This is a really, really fast and easy one to color, but isn't it pretty? I hope you can see that good. It's really pretty. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to first attach this piece. So I'm going to use Snail on the back here, and this, you can use wet glue if you rather get it where you can move it around for a minute. I'm going to just try to eyeball this and try to get it the best in the middle that I can. And then we're just going to press that down. And your matte piece here, this is also, I think this one was 4 by 2 3/4 too. Yes, this is 4 3/4 too. And you can use the Old Olive. This is our color 6 by 6, our Color Family Designer Series paper, which this one's the Brights. So it's this pack right here. You can use the Old Olive if you like out of that, but I decided to stick with this because the Poppy Parade is laying on top, and I thought that would be pretty. All right, and then we're going to add our front matte piece. This really is a really quick, especially if you used the stitched rectangles, and it really does dress it up quite a bit. And then we're going to do our inside. And this is another really fun fold card. And it's a really quick and easy one. And then I'm going to add this one on the bottom. So you can see what it looks like without it. And I thought just to add that really, really made it look nice. So I decided to add that there. Now I'm going to use my 1/8 inch Whisper White, and I'm making a really small bow here. I just wanted to add a little bit of dimension to this. I could have popped that up if I wanted to, but I decided just to do a little bow here. Let's see if I can get it. This seems to be wanting to twist on me. Okay, I think that's good, just like that. Clip these ends here. And I'm going to use a glue dot. I'm going to crinkle it up so it's not so big. And I'm just going to put it right there on the front of the card. And I am also going to use, I need to trim that just a hair. I'm also going to use a little Wink of Stella. And I know you probably won't be able to see it in the video because it's always hard to see, but this is just beautiful on this poinsettia. And I'm also adding it on my candles. And it adds, really dresses it up, and it adds a lot of Christmas cheer to it. So there it is. That is all done. Here's the other one. It's just the opposite. So you can do it whichever way you like, but it's really a fun one to do and super easy. If you need any supplies for this project, you can go to my blog at stampingwithamore.com and shop for my blog. Have a blessed one. See you in the next one, everyone. Bye.